Sharon, Midday Motivation. My midday warriors, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the weekend. Yay, we made it through 5 days. 5 days are almost over. Don't give up now. This is Midday Motivation. We're in the final stretch, and we are going to have a great show today so you can have a great weekend ahead. Our subject matter today is weekend prep, productivity, pampering, and pleasure, because you can still have it all in the weekend. But before we get to the heart of the matter, everyone, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like the show, share the feed, and click the notification bell and click all once you click it, because this way, whenever I go live, you won't have to even think about it. You get a notification and you're set. If you're watching on Facebook, please like the page and share the feed. Thank you so much for joining me today and joining me all week. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are weekday warriors with midday motivation. Okay, I need to see somebody. I see people are watching. I need to hear somebody and see somebody in the chat. You know how we do. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that all is well with my technology, because I don't know unless you tell me, and I don't want to talk to myself. I want to talk to you. Now, is Kiana going to be the first one to say hello today? I don't know, Kiana. You had a streak this week. Are you on? But whoever is on, I see the numbers. Please say hello so I can shout you out, and so we can get this started, because I know I'm talking to you and not myself. So, but I'm going to keep going anyway. Again, it is Friday. It is the start of our weekend. So we're going to do some weekend prep. We're going to talk about productivity, pampering, and pleasure. You can have it all in the weekend. The weekday is a little tight because you have to work, and I work 7 days a week. So I work on the weekend too, but we have to learn how to have life balance. So some of our talk today, all of our talk today, will be talking about how we can have life balance by still being productive, because goals don't stop because it's the weekend, right? You may take somewhat of a break, but the goals don't stop. So we can be productive while pampering ourselves and while having some pleasurable fun with family and friends. So let's start by talking about still being productive, even though it's the weekend and it's time to let our hair down, so to speak. So one of the things that you may or may not have thought about, and it's something that I've done quite often throughout my life, that I have found actually to be quite something that's quite good, that helps me to continue to work on my goals even during the downtime. If we think about our environment differently in a productive way, rather than just say if you're running errands, rather than just I'm running errands, while you're running errands, take a different look at your environment, the stores you go in, the people who you see. If you run into a family member or friend, whatever the case may be, look at your environment as it's based on your goals. So I'll use myself as an example. So as a person who does live talk shows, when I'm out, I'm always looking for opportunities to engage others that will be a win-win for everyone. So let me give you a specific example. So if I walk into a boutique store, say that I like, and maybe I've established a relationship with the owner, and maybe I haven't, because maybe it's the first time I've been in there, or even if it's one that I've frequented. So it could go either way. So if this is a store that I like, where I purchase from with the owner, whether it's my first time being there or it's my 11th time, I can talk to the owner about being a guest on one of my shows. Might not be this show, because I have several shows where that person would be an appropriate guest to talk about their boutique store, what they sell, what they offer. And so it's a win-win for the owner. It's a win-win for me, because the person gets to be a guest on my show, and it's a win-win for you, the audience. All right, because now you get to learn about this great store where you can go buy whatever type of products that they sell. So I'm always thinking about different ways to still be productive, even though I'm running errands. This is my weekend time, but there's always something there. We just tend to not look at it in the same way because we're relaxing. Now, probably if it was a weekday and you were out, just say on your lunch break, or well, maybe not lunch break, I don't know, doing some different things, right? You may think about business related matters more, maybe not. But even if it's the weekend or the weekday, look at your environment a little differently when you're out now to be productive as it relates to your goals. So how can you engage with the public with whatever it is that your business does? If you sell a product or you provide a service, how can this particular area that I frequent or where I go on vacation, maybe this is something new that I can add to my portfolio of things based on what it is that you do. So the tool, the strategy for productivity on the weekend and really any other time, but weekend specifically because it's our downtime for most of us, look at the environment differently. How can I utilize the environment more than I have been as it relates to my business, as it relates to my profession, as it relates to my career? You'll be surprised with the ideas that you come up with when you begin to look at your environment as a resource, right? And as a source of things that you can get accomplished in your business with others in your environment, and not just in your environment running errands or doing things. Family and friends, what are they doing? What ideas do they have and that you have that you guys can put together and start something or continue something, but with the assistance of family and friends? And those people who have like minds, moving in the same direction, who are people who are driven and encouraging and supporting and supportive and see themselves doing great things in life. Well, is there an opportunity for us to hook up together and do some things together to continue our business, to start a new business? You know, we're always talking about wanting this and wanting that, but if it's just a thought without action, it will never happen. So when we begin to look at our environment and the people around us differently, all of us have greatness in us. We just haven't tapped into it. So when we begin to tap into our family and friends and begin to talk about the skills and the passions that we all have, there's probably something there. And then that's something that you all can get started. So think of the weekend as a time to continue the productivity, not stop it, and then let's start again on Monday. So that's the productivity tip of the day. Let me look at the chat and see who is watching. Netta is watching. She says, hi, Sharon. Hi, Netta. Netta is my mom. Hi, Mom. Thank you for watching. And Janine, our success pusher. She was my guest this week on Wednesday. Thank you so much. I think it was Wednesday. Might have been Thursday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. Thank you, Janine, for watching. She says, good afternoon, Sharon. Good afternoon, Janine. Thank you for watching. And there's others who are watching too. Can't shout you out because I don't see you. I would love to see you. If you say something, say hi. Tell me what your thought is about looking at your environment differently. The tip that I just gave you, by looking at your environment as a resource, looking at family and friends as a resource and a source to jumpstart something new that could eventually be a moneymaker for you when you put all your talents and skills and passions together, and also to your environment, how you can use it to be more productive as well as a resource for something that you're already doing or something that you want to create. And especially in this age of technology and internet and the mobility of it. You know, you see a lot of times on social media now, people are just walking around with their cameras and doing great and wonderful things, and they're making money from it as well as having fun. And you can do that too. So that's the productivity tip for today. Now, pampering. A lot of times we don't have time to do the pampering during the week because we're so busy working. Although pampering is self-care, we should find time for self-care often through the week, as often as we can, because that helps with lifestyle balance and it cuts down on stress. And we are a stressed people because of everything that's going on in society, all the hats that we wear and all the people who we care for and all the people who we love, that brings a lot of stress. So what I want to say is, if you definitely can't get it in during the weekday, make sure you get the pampering in during the weekend time. We have a comment here. Janine says, great tips. I love it. Definitely a time to collaborate. Absolutely, Janine. Janine and I are collaborating. She was just on this show 2 days ago, and I'm going to be a part of her She Rocks event in April. Janine, if you want to put your information about She Rocks, put it in the feed, and I will put it up on the on this feed, the higher, I don't know what you call it. I'll put it on the lower third so people can know when, the date. If you have any of that information, put it up there. I'd love to share it. We're all in this together. We need to collaborate so we can help one another. And that's what this show is about, helping us get motivated. But we're not in a vacuum. No man is an island. We're in it together. So we have to help one another. And Janine and I are doing just that. And the other shows that I'll be bringing on in April, those hosts are collaborating with me, and I am collaborating with them to get things, continue things, and to jumpstart some new things. Because you know what? It's time. It's actually past time. So it's time to get ourselves together and let's get on to our next. And that's what Midday Motivation is about, helping you with some tips and strategies to be where you are successfully, but also to go to the next level even greater. So in the pampering, I know some of the things, ladies like to do. We like to get our hair done, our nails done, manicures, pedicures, maybe go for a short weekend junket somewhere, or do some things with, setting your atmosphere in your home to be peaceful, whether you have fountains, you have candles around, whether you play what is those nature sounds throughout the house on these free apps. They have nature sounds, or if you play spiritual music in your background, set the atmosphere in your home for peace. Because outside of your house is where all the chaos is. And hopefully there's not a lot of chaos in your house. But if there is, you can work on that too. However, if you set the atmosphere with the things that are outside of people, the accessories, I'll call them, that are in the house, that can help to create a peaceful atmosphere, because you want to be able to go home to peace. Your home should be your sanctuary. Right. And so how we create that environment makes a huge difference in how we feel and how we think. So create an environment of peace. That goes a long way with pampering yourself, walking into an environment that smells nice, that looks nice, it feels nice. Right. And so that helps our minds, that helps our thinking, that helps our emotions, it helps our mood, as well as those things that I talked about. You can get a massage. That's pampering. All those things that that care for yourself, care for your skin, care for your physical being with what you put in, how you eat nutrition wise, what you eat, what you drink, the things products that you put on your skin. Care for yourselves in a pampering way, in that way. Care for your hair, your nails, everything. And that makes you feel better when you care for these things in an intentional way. All these things are about intentional living, not haphazard living, because there's whatever will happen. Intentional living. So let's see any other comments. Let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Tiffany says, hi, Sharon. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Love you. Miss you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Tiffany's my cousin. I'm going to put Janine's comment back up there. Oh, okay, Janine, I thought you had put your information, but that's okay. So that was the second tip. You guys let me know how you pamper yourselves. Put in the chat what you do to pamper yourselves, to give yourself some quiet time, some downtime, to relax, recenter, and to just allow yourself some time to breathe from all the stuff that you do. Breathe. Some people meditate with prayer, and prayer is one of my favorite things to do. Spending time with God elevates me out of the natural realm of living into the spiritual realm of living, where there's joy, where there's peace. And that's where I try to live all the time. And so prayer is a big part of my life, and meditating in prayer, meditating on the scriptures, that is just, there's nothing that can compare to that as far as I am concerned. So tell me some of the things that you guys do to pamper yourselves. Ladies, I know you like to pamper yourself. Whether you fit enough time in the weekdays to do it might be the issue. But put some things in the chat to let me know and others know how you pamper yourselves, because maybe you have an idea that others don't have, and then they can, wow, that sounds interesting. I might want to try it. So now, pleasure and pampering can sound like the same thing, because pampering can be pleasurable, but how I'm using it, it's actually different. So the pleasure being hanging out with family and friends and doing the things family and friends do who want to hang out together, laugh, love, and live. Those things that you guys like to do together, especially on the weekends because you have more time. Abby has a comment here. I want to get to her comment. Abby says, hi, Sharon. Okay, I got to put my face to the screen because, I tell you guys, I have eye issues, right? Abby is here. Thank you for the uplifting words today. I tried it today. I guess it's tried. I don't know. I need it today. Sorry. Listen, dry eyes. It's a thing, right? So glad to help, Abby. Glad to help. Glad to help. So weekend warrior time to get productive, be productive, have some fun with family and friends, and don't forget to pamper yourself in the ways that you enjoy, as well as some other ways. So see if you guys can put some things in the chat about how you pamper yourself, you might be able to help others with some ideas for them. I just gave you a few ideas of what I like: manicures, pedicures, massage. Big on massage. Haven't had one in a while, but I'm going to start back up soon. But and getting facials. Those are type of things that help to for me to relax, as well as I love candles. I love scented things to set my environment, and playing Christian music and prayer. Those are the type of things that I like to do to pamper myself. But with pleasure, what do you also to do with your family, and what do you do with your friends? Do you like going out to eat? Do you like going to the movies, playing games, different types of games that, board games or internet games, things of that nature? What do you like to, what do you and your friends and family like to do? And that's the pleasure of living, laughing, and having fun with your family. We have to continue to learn to, I don't say learn to, but just continue, because sometimes we just get so busy and get so caught up, but laughter is medicine for the soul. I love, love, love to laugh. And most of the people who I have in my circle, they love to laugh too. So we're constantly laughing, even when we're working. I had a meeting with some friends about a show that we're doing yesterday evening. And we laughed a whole lot of that time that we were meeting. We laughed because that's what we do, because it makes us feel good. And it's just also too a part of our personalities, but we feel good, but we were working at the same time. So it doesn't even seem like work. So make sure you laugh every day. And when you're around family and friends, yes, family and friends can be stressful sometimes because life is stressful. That's a given. But laugh with the people who you love. It'll help sustain your life. So in the living, let's laugh. Okay, so Tiffany has a comment. Tiffany says, love. Okay, I'm reading slow because I can't see. Love. I love hanging with my cousins. I love the spa. Love the spa too, Tiffany. I think that's my favorite thing. And I'm a spa vacation, man. That's where I live. I love the spa. Don't do it enough. The spa I go to is so peaceful, and you're not allowed to be on your phone. Oh my gosh. And I like that. That is absolutely true. I can't, being on the phone at the spa, like that doesn't even go together. Like the phone is stressful. The phone is work, and the phone is doing something that is not typically pampering. So yeah, I'm glad that the spa has that rule, because I would show that if I'm getting a massage, I can imagine. But now I'm thinking the person's laying there getting a massage. You know how they have the hole in the thing where you put your face. People are probably like looking through the hole on their phones while they're getting a massage. That's not me. But now that Tiffany has said that, I can imagine people are probably doing that. So it's taken away from the beauty of the massage to relax because you're on your phone. You have plenty of time to be on your phone. Put it down. I'm glad you brought that up, Tiffany, because that phone thing, I mean, it's good for what it's good for, but it has taken over our lives in some ways that's not healthy. Let's just say that. But I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole other show. Janine says she rocks Rock Your World virtual tour. Stay tuned for the exact dates. All right. So we'll advertise Janine's She Rocks. I believe it's sometime in April, but when she gets all the information, and I will share it with you, and she'll probably come back on the show and share it with you as well, so you can be informed. Thank you so much, Janine, for putting that information up there. And any other comments? Let me see. I want to make sure I read everybody's comments so I don't leave anybody out. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation. We're talking about productivity, pampering, and pleasure. So those were the tips that I had. We talked about productivity, looking at your environment in a different way, seeing what resources are out there, and how family and friends, maybe you have not tapped into the greatness of one another. And there's a business that you all can create, or something that you all can create, because now you tapped into the skills, the arts, and the passion of the people around you, as well as looking at your environment. How can I make my environment more productive for me with what it is that I do? And I gave you an example of how I am doing that when I go and see people who I can have on my show who have a great business that you all should know about. It would help their business also too. They're coming on my show. So it's a win-win for all parties. So I look at my environment as, how can my environment be a source and a resource for what it is that I do for myself, as well as for you, the audience, and the other person who I'm speaking with. So now it becomes a different world that I'm looking at, as opposed to I'm just running errands, this is drudgery or whatever it is. It's like, wait a minute, my environment can be helpful to me. So now I'm looking at it with fresh eyes. So I think that that's a major strategy for people, especially who are in business or people who want to take their lives to the next level and maybe be more productive in a business sort of sense, because you'll get more ideas when you look at your environment in a different way. Pamper, 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 pamper. Self-care, pampering is mandatory. The times that we've been living in the past 2 years have been so stressful, so somewhat depressing, somewhat anxiety provoking, and it's been a lot. And so we need to give back to ourselves, because we've given out so much and we've taken in a lot of negativity, not because of we've intentionally done it. It just has happened with what has been going on in our larger environment, with what's going on, with viruses, and what's going on in the political climate, and what's going on with social unrest and things of that nature. We live in a society that we can't help these things impacting our mental and emotional, our physical and spiritual well-being. So you have to pamper yourself. Don't forget to do it, because otherwise you'll get stressed out. You won't have any balance in your life because you're taking in so much negativity, but not putting back into yourself in a positive way. And pleasure. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, do things that you love to do together, have fun, live, laugh, and love on your family. So those are the tips for today. You guys are my midday warriors. You held in there all 5 days this week. I so appreciate you watching and supporting and encouraging me with Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation, and the other shows that I'm doing. And stay tuned, because I have some new shows coming out in the month of April, and they'll be in the evening hours. Midday Motivation is the only show that's during the day right now. The other shows will be in the evening when people are home and more relaxed and have more time. But Midday Motivation is necessary, because it's that shot in the arm to get you through the day that a lot of us need. I know I need it. So if I need it, I know other people need it too. So I want to make sure I read everything. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Tiffany, Janine, Abby, and Netta, thank you all so much for watching. And others who are watching who I couldn't shout out because I don't see your name, I know you're watching because I see the numbers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I love you. Join me this coming Monday. We're going to get into some how the people in our lives and how our mind, how that affects our goals and what we want to achieve. So Monday, we're going to talk about who and what's holding you back from achieving those things you say you want to achieve, all the way around. Achieving good mental health, achieving good emotional health, achieving your next in business, your next in your career, your next in your education, your next in everything. Who and what's holding you back? You'll be surprised when we talk about it, and then you start to think about it. Wow, I didn't even realize how this person or this thing is holding me back. So that's what we're talking about Monday. I love you all. God bless you. Have a God day, a God weekend. And Lord willing, we will see each other Monday on Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation, 12:30 p.m. God bless you. Shalom.